Let's go for it. Come on, load up. Load up. Load up. There it is. Oh, this is loud. Ooh, holy cow. Ow! Holy. Boom, 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 boom. We're gonna have to turn the audio down. Oh, my controller's dying too. I need to get the cord. All right.
Holmes.
Let's take cover.
Holmes, will you stop that?
Taking cover, guys.
You are utterly mad.
It's been forever since I've played this game.
Stop, Holmes.
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded.
Watson,
Here we go.
quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate.
Confident step. Clicking handcuffs. Policeman. Avoided.
Ah, Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
Uh-oh.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
Let's go.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I
Yeah,
suppose
maybe.
that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me
Cool.
half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Yep, got him.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The merry men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, man.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone then.
Let's do it. Alright. Casebook. Let's go to Woodman's
Cannot
Lee.
leave yet. I am not finished here.
Why not? Okay, that's what it looks like. Investigate the murder of Peter Carey. Alright, so I guess I have to... What I did?
I cannot leave yet. I am not finished here.
Yeah. What do we have to do? Move then. Nope. Aha. Makeup table. Hair and hat. Oh, these are all locked, aren't they? We need this hat. We'll just go with the normal one. No, Sherlock does not need any hair. Okay. Woodman's Lee, let's go. Investigate the crime scene at Woodman's Lee. Select a suit to wear. Oh no. Your personal wardrobe and join Lestrade at Woodman's Lee. Alrighty. Let's see how it is. There it is. Gallon of sweet tea. Let's go. We ready? I'll probably do one case at a time since there's not
Mr.
many.
Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
Alright. Hold up. Stone pathway. Look around the stone pathway. Footprints! Found you.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
Okay. Got that one. Of what earth? At Woodman's Lee they have been left by the murderer. Perhaps I could find a pair of boots that would match them.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
You must have a gardener.
Mr. Holmes?
Where? Oh. Let's sprint. There he is. Gotta pay attention.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
Alright.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Anything unusual?
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Okay. So, that didn't tell me anything.
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
Okay, so when was the body
Do you
found?
remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock, I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
Evening before the murder.
Can you
Tell me.
please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually, whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Okay, so
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
come on. Where? Aha. Everything.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes. Life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young.
We got
that
this.
much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
I'm that good.
Thank you, madam.
All right. I want to go in here. Hey, Purple, how's it going, man?
Mr. Holmes?
Going down here. Already examined the garden. Let's go in.
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
Okay, that's good. Let's go in.
The door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that
I'm
no
doing
one should
great,
enter the cabin
Purple.
and tamper
Doing
with the
great.
evidence.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see.
Yes, it looks like a screwdriver. Or a knife. Probably a knife.
These scratches are fresh.
Probably a knife.
You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Our mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
Like a knife. Gruesome.
What a terrible way to die. The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense. Peter Carey was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon. This man is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong.
Yes, yes he does. Close.
Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer.
Mr. Carey. Okay, let's... Okay. Wait a minute. Hold up. There's a sea knife.
This wooden handle is plain and solid. This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed.
Clearly. Oh, notebook. Maybe this will tell us something.
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook.
Yes. Quite so. I wanted to take it. Come on. Come on. Oh.
The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey.
Open it. Here we go. Okay,
These abbreviations mean something, but what?
names. With the number. Aha. So it was pinned to the wall. Notebook. No. Break-in attempt. Nope. Gardener. No. Okay, so if we do this. No. Notebook. An ambush must be made tonight to see if the break-in attempt will be repeated. Yes.
Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry. The murder weapon was probably taken from this rack.
Yep. The boots.
Peter Carey's boots. They look to be a size 8. Old navigation instruments. Nothing interesting.
We're getting there, guys. We are getting there. Logs.
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain.
Oh, man. Oh. Oh. Shelf. Yes, there's a... I see.
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book, a box or a small chest, perhaps. The tooth of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches.
Thing with teeth on it. Map.
Dundee. Hammerfest. It's a whaling map.
Examine the table. This looks like... Yep.
The initials PC have been crudely burned. A sailor's work.
Can I open? Maybe? Yes.
This aroma is familiar, but to recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
Let's do it. Okay, so it's like... No. It's like this. Is it? Oh, okay, I forgot to move. Pull in here. Okay. Nope. Okay. Puzzles. Okay, I see. I think. Aha, there we go. Boom.
Yes. This is a coarse tobacco, quite strong and very popular among sailors.
Okay, take that. Pretty
Someone
glasses.
drank from this glass recently.
Probably the dude that got murdered.
Rum, a sailor's drink. It seemed that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met his death.
I wonder. Well, there's 2 cups.
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
Oh.
I think that we are lucky,
And why is that?
because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oof, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade,
Boom.
but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha! So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
Yeah, we do.
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
Oh, whoops.
Shh! Did you hear that? There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
No, I won't.
Police! Hold it right there!
If I know how to get out of here. Hey, Demon, how you doing?
All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent? And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you?
That could
You
be.
came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here,
that's-
waiting for you.
What is
What
your
happened?
name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't.
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't.
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't. I'm not. It's a terrible mistake.
Enough. You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary.
Ah.
All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector, but please don't be
Mm,
too
it's not too
hard on
bad.
our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
I can only play this game once and then... Scotland Yard. 30-minute increments. No, this is actually a really old game.
Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you find it? I did not know... I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
Oh, no. I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan.
Nice, dude.
The sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
Nice,
I don't
man.
know. I didn't kill anyone.
Get this thing going. There it is. Oh. There we go.
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Please, let me go. I'm innocent.
I will be the judge of that. Swift action. No. We need to find out whether an unskilled and untrained man could use a harpoon well enough to fully pierce a body. Let's do it.
I need to stage a reconstruction. I'm sure that Watson would be happy to oblige.
Okay, then what do you think, Mr. Judge? Because the first one I know the answer to. I think I need to go to Baker Street. 'Cause I know exactly. Okay, no gardener. Nope. Nothing else we can do. He is proven guilty? I don't know, dude. We will see. There he is.
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No. But we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife,
Tricky.
Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible. But if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Because it's a...
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man, morphologically, I mean?
We will...
I see what you're getting at, Holmes.
We'll see,
You asked me
Damon.
that once before.
We're nowhere near the
In that
end,
case, I
so...
believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
Wonderful.
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel.
Let's do
We
it.
require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
Yeah, we could do. Okay. Woodman's Lee. Go grab a... Let's go. Carriage just stopped. we are here. And then we'll head over to the butcher. He's gone.
That should do it. Now I am ready for the experiment.
What did I just drink? Ginseng and honey sweet tea. Boom. Oh, we're already here. That was quick. Let's do this.
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
To indulge myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
A little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson. This might be dangerous. I am not well practiced in this exercise. Yet.
Holmes, you should aim for the mark in order to perform the most reliable test.
You kind of looked like Lance 210. What? Oh, that's bad.
Holmes, you should try to aim better and throw...
Shut up, Watson. How about that?
The harpoon has struck the body, but with insufficient strength to pierce it straight through.
Who's Lance 210?
This is the best possible result that I could get. Do you see, Watson? Throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
If it was luck, then it was a chance in 1,000 that night.
Well, yes. Let us leave now.
All right. But before we go, I suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
Very well, but please hurry.
Of course.
Yep, pay for him. Okay. So, strength requirement. Pin to the wall. Ooh. It requires a much greater strength than that of the average man to be able to pierce a man's chest with a harpoon all the way through it to the wall. A degree of skill would most likely be necessary. 2 men in cooperation might achieve the same result. Well, he's got to pay for it, so why not? There's a remote possibility that an unskilled and untrained man could manage to pin Peter Carey to the wall with a harpoon. I think it's a feat of strength. I mean, I know what it is, but you pick, Demon. You think it was a lucky throw or a feat of strength? Okay. Can I grab the harpoon? Yeah, we're just leaving the harpoon. Okay, so we are going... Examine belongings of John Hopley in the evidence room. I forgot to do that. It happens to the best of us, dude. So we got a kid that ain't a whaler in the yard for murder with a harpoon. No, that ain't the evidence room.
Locked.
Where's the evidence? Here it is. Okay.
These are the suspect's belongings. A pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin.
How do you know?
The note
Sherlock
that we
Holmes
found on Peter Carey's cabin floor.
See you, man. Take care, dude.
These abbreviations mean...
Ring. Oh, hold on.
From R. Dawson.
Thanks, dude. Much appreciated, man.
To my friend and partner, 1883. Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer. A handkerchief with the initials J.H.N.
Alright, guys. We're gonna interrogate this guy. Wait, wait, hold on. Yeah, I want to see why.
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
I didn't say you did steal it.
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago. You would have been a child then, hardly in any position to receive such an item from a partner. So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
No, Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring had belonged to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford. You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes. It all happened exactly as you say.
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Alright, guys, I'm ending here. It's been fun. I will see y'all later. Y'all take care and peace.